Do you feel Jackson's presence up there in the booth, or did you see it on film? What Jackson Powers Johnson was able to do last week?
I don't feel anybody's presence when I'm up in the booth, but he's getting an aura now that if the offensive coordinator in the booth can feel the right guard's presence, you're gonna. I mean, let me just tell you, I love JPJ, but his head's really big right now. So let's just not start talking about that part. Just maybe we can cut this part of the interview out because he'll be like, "Oh, there's an aura in Allegiant Stadium with him." So. The one thing I love, he's a tough kid. He plays his tail off. He's a physical player. Obviously when he was out, you lose that physicality that he brings. But do I feel it in the box? I don't. I'm hermetically sealed up there from anything. So no slight to JPJ, but I don't feel anybody's aura or presence up there. Yeah, I think I would say Colton sets the tone with the physicality. I think Ashton, the way he ran the football, set the tone with the physicality. I think the way Trey Tucker blocks sets the tone with the physicality. So it takes 11, and that's what I think. We got 11 guys really on the same page, but was last week. What does this week look like, and what are what the Colts do defensively present different issues than what Chicago presented defensively. So, that's the one thing about this league, because you have a game every week and you're playing 17 of them. That consistency over the long haul is what's going to be that test and the measurement of this group.
Your defense has done a really good job stopping the run for the most part. How critical is it going to be this week, in particular with Jonathan Taylor back there?
Absolutely. Their offense, again, they lead the league, or I think they're real high in play action pass. They have the top rusher in the NFL, so it starts there. You got to stop the run to try to minimize the effectiveness of the play action, but that's going to be a great challenge with the combination of their O-line, their tight ends who block, the quarterback getting them in the right checks, and the fact that they have vertical threats. So you commit too much here, then they're running by you, so we got to be mindful of that.
James, can you just talk about what do you believe is what makes it go, that run defense?
Well, if you're playing good run defense, and we're going to be challenged this week, so each week's different, it starts with toughness. And toughness meaning controlling the line of scrimmage, like Coach talks about. How do you control the line of scrimmage? Pad level, playing with extension. Then after that, now you start talking about how the guys are flowing to the ball in terms of the second level defenders, having the edge set, and then, I know it's important, but until you get all that stuff right, then you talk about gap integrity. So guys can play with anticipation, be downhill, trust the other players on the field. So it's all that tied together. But anytime all football teams want to talk about toughness, so you got to be able to stop the run. So that's really what it comes down to.